Yeah, welcome back, children. So, welcome back. So, I was telling you about. So, I was telling you about the what are the common in what is that common in acids and what is the common in bases. I hope you understood this. Usually, bases have OH ions and acid have H plus ions. When acid dissolves in water, it produces H plus ions. Similarly, when bases dissolve in water, they produce OH ions, hydroxyl ions or hydroxide ions ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಇದು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That is a common thing in acid and base. If you take all the acids will have hydrogen, all the bases will have OH ions. I hope you got my point. Kavya, Kavya,
So,
there doubt ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ
No doubt, sir. Okay. Yeah. So next part of the lesson we are going to study about the indicators. Indicators ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What are indicators? Kripa. Kripa,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me what is indicators?
Indicators are the substance which indicates the presence of acid or base.
Okay, nature of acid and bases, as you said exactly right. So as Kripa said, it is right. Indicators are the substances or chemical substances which indicates the nature of the solution, nature of the solution, nature of the chemical. It indicates something to us. It indicates the nature of the solution. So just a minute. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll come back. Okay. Yeah. So I was telling about indicators. Indicators are the chemical substances which indicates the nature of the solution, nature of any chemical. Is it a base? Is it a acid? Is it a salt? It tells about that. The indicators are a type like natural indicators are there, artificial indicators are there, and olfactory indicators are there. So olfactory we'll see later. First we'll see the uh, indicate. Normally we use indicators like example litmus paper test. Litmus paper is an indicator which is produced from a lichen. Lichen ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, 9th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು. So lichens ಇಂದ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. A type of lichens which can produce this litmus. So litmus, blue litmus paper, red litmus paper. as you know that red litmus paper, it turns. So somebody tell this already. You know it. I hope some Bongale, Neeraj Bongale.
Sir,
Can you tell me what is the work of litmus paper, blue litmus and red litmus paper? Yeah, Mr. Neeraj.
sir,
ಹೇಳು.
sir, when we put red litmus paper into acid, it turns to blue.
ಹೌದಾ? ಹಂಗೆ ಬರ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಹಲೋ
Sir,
ಹಂಗೆ ಬರ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಾ ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್
sir, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡೇನೆ.
ಬ್ಲೂ ಲಿಟ್ಮಸ್ ರೆಡ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅದು? ಬ್ಲೂ ಲಿಟ್ಮಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು? ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದು ಆಸಿಡ್ ಆರ್ ಬೇಸ್?
Sir, acid.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಹೇಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀರಜ್
Sir,
ಹೇಳು. ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಓದ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ. Neha R,
sir.
tell me what is the importance of litmus paper?
Sir,
Tell me the importance of litmus paper.
sir, it helps to indicate acid test.
Huh?
Sir, it helps to indicate acid test.
Tell me, how will you, if I have given you two solutions in a beaker, how will you identify the nature of the solutions?
Sir, if we put blue litmus into acid, it will turn red.
Okay. Okay, I hope you all know it. So, blue litmus paper, if you put into acid, turns to red. Red litmus paper, if you put into base, it will turn to blue. This is the one of the indicator we use normally. You know it. So one more indicator, that is phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein indicator. In your notes, it has been given two or three. I think three indicators is given in that notes. Please go through that notes. That notes is given to given to you. Try to understand something from that. So it is given that, go through that. So phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein indicator, if you put a drop of phenolphthalein indicator to acid, the color changes. Color changes. Color means color here, color won't changes actually. Acid change agala. Acid do not changes. It remains colorless only. But if the same phenolphthalein indicator, if you put into the base, it will turn to pink color. It will turn to pink color. Anvit?
Yes, sir.
You raised hand over here. What is any doubts?
No, sir.
Your hand is raising over here. That's why I asked you. Okay. So phenolphthalein indicator, if I put the phenolphthalein indicator to acid do not changes the color means it remains as it is, colorless only it remains. But if you put the phenolphthalein indicator in base, it will turn to pink color. That means that solution is basic in nature. Means I told you, indicators are those chemicals which indicates the nature of the solutions or nature of the chemical. Nature irtade, idu acidic, idu basic, idu salt, idu neutral. Salt usually neutral irtade. ಆ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್. So that we will see it later. Okay, like this. One more you can find. You can find one more also, like methyl orange. Methyl orange is also given. Methyl orange, if you put in the acid, it changes to orange color. That similarly, if you put in base, it is yellow color. Like that, there are some indicators. These indicate something, some nature. Nature it tells about the solutions. I hope it is clear now. Go through the notes. If you have any doubt, you can ask later. Similarly, the next type is olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators. See, olfactory indicators are the olfactory. Olfactory is related to something about nose. All of you know that nose is a sense organ. Nose is a sense organ. The sense organ, nose is a sense organ which will identify the smell, and it will carry that to the brain. So the message of smell is carried to the brain by one of the nerve called olfactory nerve. Olfactory nerve ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ, which carries the message of smell to the brain from the nose. ಅದು olfactory nerve ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, olfactory indicator. Olfactory indicator. What do you mean by olfactory indicator? So these indicates the nature of the chemical by smell. If you take, so if you take one of the olfactory indicator, which is mentioned in your textbook, that is onion. Onion is one of the olfactory indicator. This indicator, usually what happens is we have to use the onion as an indicator over here. You have to chop the onion. You have to chop the onion and you have to put it in a cotton cloth. Make it like a small bag. Like bag, like small. You have to knot it. You have to chop the onions, and you have to knot it in a cotton cloth. You have to take two cotton cloth, and one you have to, both the cotton cloth you have to put the onion, chopped onion, and you have to knot it, and you have to dip this both of the knot inside the beakers containing solutions, acid and base. If you think, when a beaker there is acid. I'll use the board here. This is a beaker containing acid. This is a beaker containing base. You think that. So chopped onion if you take, grind onion, here also chopped onion if you take. When you dip it, both you have to dip it. Here, when you put the acid, so here what happens? The smell. Here that is put into acid. This is put into base. Here, one of the beaker, after you put this both the knot inside the acid and base, in one of the beaker, the knot which is present in one beaker will retain the smell. Retain the smell. Here, this will retain the smell. The knot which is put in the acid retains the smell, but knot which is put in a base, it loses its smell. It loses the base, loses the smell. Smell lose agate. In the knot, the chopped onion which is put inside the acid, it loses the smell. Onion smell loses. The cotton, say already I told you, chopped onion we have taken in the cotton cloth. That cotton cloth, after dipping in the acid also, it will smell like onion only. That means It is an acid. It's an base. This is how an olfactory indicator works. Go through that. It is given in your textbook. Go through that. If you have any doubt, you can ask later. I hope it is clear now. Anybody have doubt? You can raise your hands. So indicator. These are the indicators which are we have studied in this session. So this is about indicators. Usually see litmus paper. I want to tell you more about litmus paper. Litmus paper, during the litmus paper test, usually dry litmus paper cannot be used. We cannot use dry litmus paper. We use wet litmus paper. Wet litmus paper. Why wet litmus paper? Yes, Tejas Bhatt. Tejas Bhatt.
Yes, sir.
What happened? Right?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. See, we usually use the wet litmus paper because, say, if you use a dry litmus paper, the litmus paper do not changes its color. Not changes its color. Why? Because, say, the H plus ions are not produced in the absence of water. In the absence of water, H plus ions are not produced. That's why we use usually wet litmus paper. Dry litmus paper cannot be used to test the solutions because acid or base cannot produce the hydrogen ions. So acid cannot produce hydrogen ions in the absence of water. That's why we use wet litmus paper. Usually wet ಇದ್ದಾಗ the H plus ion produce ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು acid ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. I hope it is clear now. Like this way, you usually test the acids or a base if you take. Go through that notes which I have given. So we will see the practical experience of this acids and bases in the next session. So I will do some practical session on this chapter and I will upload it on the YouTube channel. So I'll send you the link. Please go through that link and try to understand the practical aspect of the lesson. Is it clear? I hope I have covered a few concepts of the lesson. The next part of the lesson we are going to start is chemical properties. Chemical properties of the acids. Yeah. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask in the next class. Say, kindly go through the notes. Kindly go through the notes and try to learn what is the thought today. Try to understand in that notes. Already notes. I hope you have written it. I hope everyone write it because we don't know how much concept will be removed by the from this lesson. So we don't know that. We are waiting that instruction from government, which are the concept has been reduced. Anyway, go through that lesson and try to understand the lesson as a knowledge. Okay. So one more thing I have sent today morning. I have sent first chapter question answers. First chapter question answer. Please write it in a fair notebook. ಇದು ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರ ಈಗ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರ ಅದು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ PDF ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ questions, question answers ನೀವು separate pair book ಮಾಡಿ, so that that will be in that you will not write any notes part, only question answers you write. In extra questions ಬಂದ್ರು ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ, question answers write it in that only. Whatever the questions I may give in the future, you write it in that only, fair notebook. Only question answers should be there in that notes. One more notes which you have made, that will be for only for notes. Only that is called as workbook. If you tell, is it clear? So we'll continue the class tomorrow. Thank you very much. Hindi class will commence now. Hindi class will commence after 10 minutes. So 47 members are there. 47 members are there now presently. 47 should be there and 47 plus should be there. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಾರು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. So I'm telling here, one fellow has left here already. So B, 46 members are presently. 47 were there, only has left here. I don't know what is the reason. Be here only, take a 5 minutes break and come back. Hindi class will commence. Thank you.